Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Disgaea RPG video. So on today's video we're going to be taking a look at re-rolling. This really is something that is really applicable to new players because we do have a lot of new people who have joined up for the 7 Deadly Sins collab, and really we're going to talk about why right now is probably the best time that you can actually re-roll your account. Okay, now why would you want to re-roll your account? There's a couple of reasons really. One, you might have made some mistakes early on. 2, you might not have got any good summons off the banner. And 3, you might have changed your mind about some of the units that you have summoned for, okay? Now, if you've spent any money, then generally I don't really think it's worth your while re-rolling. If you've bought maybe 1 or 2 little things, then I could see a bit of a reason behind still doing it if you got absolute garbage, but this is more going to be for free-to-play players who are looking to get a better start, okay? Now in this video I'm going to be using various different codes. All of these codes I will post in the comment section down below so that you can get access to them. I'm going to give you a bit of advice about what I think you should do with your rolls, but again, it really ultimately comes down to yourself, okay? So first of all, what you want to do is you want to go down below and get access to all the codes that you're going to see in the description down below. Now if you're new to the channel, consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel and commenting down below to let me know if re-rolling is something that you do intend to do, okay? Now I am going to put all these codes in, so at this part of the video I'll probably turn up the speed and fast forward through this part so that you don't need to sit and wait for me to individually add all of these codes one by one, okay? But if you do this on PC, I do recommend just copying and pasting it via your emulator, and it will be the fastest way for you to do it. But we will be back when all of these codes have been claimed, okay? Okay, so that's all our codes being input, okay? They are all in the gift box. I'm not going to claim the gift box until the end of everything that I'm doing here, okay? Now the next thing you want to do once you've done that is there is some unique codes that you can get that are only one-time use, okay? So what you want to do is you want to hit this treasure hunt button, okay? Now when you hit this treasure hunt button, it'll take you to this page here. If you scroll up on this page here, you'll see that there is some rewards down here, okay? Now these rewards require you to sign in. Once you've signed in, you then get access to these codes. Now because I am going to be signing in, I am going to cut the video here and come back just after I have put these codes in. Okay, now that I've signed in, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Now guys, these are one-time use codes, so what you're going to see on screen, you cannot use this code, it will not do anything for you, okay? Now while you're simply re-rolling, you only really need to go for this one, okay? And once you've got this code, if you then are happy with your account, you can then go back in and claim these codes here. However, if you want, just to save time, you could just do all 3 at the one time, like I'm going to do just now, okay? Now when it comes to this website, you do have to sign in. If you don't want to bind your account, the best thing to do is probably just to use a fake email address, okay? Now what you would do in game is you would go to User Center, go to bind by email and just use a fake email address and set a password, okay? Then when it comes to here, simply log in via mailbox and just put in the details of that fake email address that you put in, and that'll allow you to redeem those codes, okay? So I'm probably not going to fast forward this part just because it's only 3 codes, so we'll do it really quickly. I'm going to put these 3 codes in just now, and then we'll go and collect the gift box and we'll see exactly what we've got. Now again, this is going to be without doing any content at all, okay? So there is content that you can quite easily do to get a lot more quartz, but the aim here is to try and get the kind of starter account that we want before we go ahead and start doing any content to bank any more currency, okay? So let's go and see exactly what we get from doing all of that. There should be quite a lot in here. So right now you can see we have 0. Let's see what we end up with by the end of this. Okay, right. So we have exactly 7,860, okay? Now, this is where strategizing comes into play, okay? Now, if you are someone who specifically wants to get one of the deadly sins, for example, what you want to do is you want to roll on the banner that has the character you want, okay? So if you are a person who really wants Meliodas, you are probably going to want to repeat this process until you happen to pick up Meliodas, okay? If you just want to get the best start possible in the game, I don't recommend rolling on that banner at all, okay? What you should do is wait for the badass banner. Now, without doing any content at all in the game, you have enough to do at least 5 multis, okay? Now, the badass banner has a rate up on pulling 4 stars, and it also has a guaranteed 4 star every 5 steps, okay? So it's far more likely that you will pull units that will allow your team to grow and develop a little bit better, okay? So my advice to most players, if you're not desperate for a 7 deadly sin, then you should probably roll on the badass banner, okay? Now, 20 rolls guarantees you to get pity, so you'll be guaranteed to get a character, and with the content that's live in game just now, you can quite easily do that, okay? But to beat that content, you'll have to have some units in your squad to help you at least beat some of the content, and this is where a lot of these codes come into play, because I'm not going to sit and redeem all of these because it's 27 summons and it'll just take too much time, okay? But using these, you can pick up some 4-star characters that would definitely help you out along the way. In here you can get a 3-star or higher summon, which is obviously going to be useful. We will do this one because if you were doing a reroll account, who you get in summons like this become quite important. Right, we got an Etna, you already get her for free, so that's probably not the best one, okay? Now you also get these tickets. This one here will give you a guaranteed 4-star character, and if we go to the end, there's also a summon here that you can do that's going to be 3-star or higher, with your 5th summon being guaranteed a 4-star, okay? Now, I would do these if you were planning to roll on the Meliodas banner, okay? I would kind of do them regardless, because if you're going to roll on this banner, this one here, you want to do this first, okay? Because if you don't get one of these sins, you're going to re-roll again, so there's no point in wasting your time on those other banners, okay? However, if you're going to wait for the badass banner like I've suggested to do, then you want to do those summons right away. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to act like someone who wants to get one of the 7 deadly sins. So we'll go in here, we'll see if we get lucky, okay? Let's just see. I'm just going to skip these because this video is already taking too long. Right, so we get nothing of note there. We'd go again. Can we get a gold pot? It would be nice, even though I'm not going to keep it, it would be nice to see a gold pot popping up. Nothing there. Okay. So what I can tell right now is this would be an account that if this was me, I would probably re-roll this again, okay? Raspberry. Anyone that watches my videos will know why that's something I'm laughing at, but the summon we got is actually Raspberry. How fitting. Okay, keep going. And don't think we're going to get a sin, which is fine because, like I say, this is basically to show you why you would re-roll, okay? So, bang, there you go. This is a perfect example of why you would reroll. So I've just came in, I've started my account fresh, I'm a new player, I've done 5 summons on that banner and I've got absolutely nothing. That is when you reroll, okay? If you reroll your account, you're going to get those QUARTZ I showed you before. I think it was 7,800 or something like that. And then you go again, okay? If you get lucky, you pick up Meliodas or you pick up Diane. If you got one of the other two, I would probably suggest re-rolling again. Try and get one of these two. If you happen to get one of these two, then fire away and do these summons here, and these characters will help you progress in game and allow you to start beating content. Now with the content, now that's a good roll. I mean that right there is quite a good roll. The content you have available in game just now will quite easily give you enough QUARTZ to hit pity, okay? And pity is 20 summons, okay? So if you get enough of an account, so if you go in, you get your Meliodas, you get your Diane, something like that, then you do your free summons that you've got available to you, you should have enough characters to round out your squad, okay? And then at that point, that's when you want to start taking on some of the other content in game. So doing the likes of your story event, I would personally start with this one. Go away, not this one. The beach one, because the beach one's not got long left. Depending on when you're watching this video, that might already be gone, but if you are someone who's started and this beach event is still live, this is the one that you want to do first of all, because you've got limited time to do it, and even if you don't manage to get all the missions, there's an easy 4,000 quartz just sitting there on the table for you to get, okay? So basically guys, I would say that right now is definitely the best time to re-roll, especially if you want to try and pick up one of the 7 deadly sins. If you don't get lucky first time, just do the process again. It takes roughly about 10 minutes at the start to get past all the tutorials and stuff like that, and depending on if you're cutting and pasting or if you're inputting the codes manually, it might take you between 3 to 5 minutes to put in all the codes. But once you've done that, you're going to have a really good amount of quartz and you're going to be in a good position to like try and summon again. Again, it can be a bit tedious, but I have seen people doing reroll accounts where they absolutely smash it out of the park, okay? And it's free and it'll give you the best chance to have a good start on your account. Anyway guys, I've been Hayzink. If you've enjoyed the video, like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, do all of that good stuff. As always, I hope you guys stay safe and healthy, and I'll catch you on the next Disgaea RPG video, dudes. Peace out. See ya.